is Josh. In this video, we're going to cover passive income and how to plan for it. And when you think of passive income, I want you to think of a couple characteristics or objectives you should have when building out this passive income stream. We're going to cover those briefly right now. Obviously, it should be passive in nature, the income itself, which what we mean by that is it's not something that you're actually working to receive. When you're receiving it, you've already put in the time, the energy, the money, whatever it may be, to build that income stream, and now you're just turning it on and you're receiving it in a passive style nature. Secondly, it's got to be diversified. If you want this income stream to last and you want certitude that it will be there, in 5, 10, 20 years, you want to make sure it's coming from multiple sources. It's got to be consistent as well. What we mean by that is passive income works best when you can predict the payout every single month or quarter or annually, whenever the frequency is. You also want the risk to be manageable. And finally, you want it to be predictable. And we're not just talking about the predictability of the payments, but predictability of outcome. The way we look at this is, with a certain amount of planning, are you able to appropriately predict that this income will actually come to fruition in 5, 10, 20 years? So how much passive income do you need? Determining your passive income goals kind of boils down to two things, and that's what do you want your future lifestyle goals to be? The ability to travel, the ability to make X, Y, or Z purchase, maintain a certain style of living. Think about your goals, and then also think about what you spend today. Generally, what you spend today is a good translation of what you'll potentially spend tomorrow. In our example today, we're going to cover an individual who wants to receive $10,000 a month in retirement. So how do we go about building a passive income stream that's generating $10,000 a month? We have something called the passive income tower. In our example, we're going to say Social Security is about $2,000 a month. Rental income is around $2,000 a month as well. An annuity payout is about $1,500 a month. And the rest, to get you to $10,000 or $4,500, is allocated towards investments. Those 4 different income streams are producing the $10,000 per month. There are a multitude of other ways, including establishing some sort of online business that's passive in nature. You could even supplement it with part-time active income, do some freelance work, and more. So let's look at the first income stream, and that's Social Security. To receive a $2,000 monthly benefit at full retirement is going to be different for everyone, but as of right now, the average age is around 67. But you can also go to the Social Security website to look up what your full retirement age is. If you wanted a $2,000 monthly benefit, your highest 35 years would need to average around $62,000. So if you're saying, well, I don't make $62,000 a year, then what can I do? Truthfully, that's okay. I mean, your goal above all else should be just to improve your income every single year. And then not only that, but the last 10 years, your working life generally is the peak of your earnings. So let's just say you're making $35,000 now, and you want your Social Security benefit to be based on $62,000. So you're going to want ultimately the average of your compensation to be around $62,000. But keep in mind, those last 10 years or so of your working life is generally going to be the highest earnings. So that will certainly help increase your benefit. The next thing is rental income. To receive a $2,000 monthly rental income, you're going to want to target that after expenses. And there's a general rule of thumb of 1% of the property value that you want to receive every single month. So on $2,000, that'd be a property worth about $200,000. Now, oftentimes you're going to have to establish a mortgage, either it be a 15, 20, or 30-year fixed mortgage to purchase that property. But ideally, you have that mortgage paid off prior to turning on the passive income stream, aka prior to entering retirement. So how can you afford to buy a rental? One key tactic is the home tactic. And the way it works is you buy a rental property at 5% down and make it your primary residence for at least 12 months. That's the law, or longer. You can stay in there for 5, 10 years if you love the home and that's where you perhaps want to raise a family. And then once you've reached that 12-month mark or longer, you turn that into a rental property, you move out, and you go ahead and buy another home at 5% down. What have you effectively done by using this tactic? You're now put 5% down on each of your properties versus buying one as a primary residence at 5% down and having to save all the way up to 20% for the rental property. Let's look at an annuity. There's so many different types of annuities. We're not going to get into the weeds at all. But in a hypothetical, there's a possibility of receiving a $1,500 monthly benefit. And the way to do that, you have a couple options. You can consider an annuity at least 11 years prior to retirement. So let's just say you say to yourself, I want to retire at age 65, and I want to start turning on that income stream at 65. Okay, so the way to do that with an annuity is at around 54 or so, 10 years prior to retiring, you're going to go ahead and establish an annuity, and that will allow it to grow for 10 years and to exceed the 10-year surrender window that's common with annuities. The other option is just today, start making monthly premium payments to an annuity. In theory, and it depends on the annuity, it depends on the provider who's offering it, and depends on the interest rates associated with that annuity, you may need to put as much as $200,000 towards an annuity about 10 years prior to retirement. That $200,000 will then continue to grow, and then eventually at the 10-year mark, you'll be able to turn the income stream on or annuitize it and start collecting that $1,500 a month or more. The other option is to begin making those monthly premium payments. And in this example, you'd be making about $200 a month for about 30 years. Let's look at the last leg of passive income, and that's the investments. It's going to generally make up the bulk of your passive income stream, and it should. And the main reason for that is because it's liquid. The last thing you want to do is have more than half or even 2/3 of your passive income stream coming from illiquid securities. So it's generally advised to have at least half to 2/3 of your net worth in investments because of their liquid state. And to receive $4,500 a month in dividends and interest in retirement, you need to accumulate a portfolio in today's dollars, and this is the key, in today's dollars of about $1.3 million. Let's say you want to retire at 65 in our example. If you're age 30, you need to be saving about $852 a month, which would create a portfolio of about $3.2 million in retirement. And the reason you need a $3.2 million portfolio is because of buying power. $4,500 will not go as far at age 65 as it does today, but the way to make it do that is you have to account for inflation, and we'll say that's 2.5%, which $4,500 at 2.5% inflation for 35 years is about $10,700. 30, you make, let's say, $50,000, that would be about 20% of your salary. Now let's say you start at age 40, and it's still the current year. You need to save about double, which would then produce a portfolio after about 25 years of $2.5 million. And over a 25-year inflation rate, that would be an income that you need of about $8,342 a month to equal that $4,500 in same buying power. If you wait till age 40, and let's say you're making $75,000, well, now that equates to about 30% of your salary. And now let's say your current age is 50, you'd actually need to save over $4,700 a month, and that would produce about a $2 million portfolio after 15 years to get you to age 65, and therefore the purchasing power would need to be about $6,500 to equal the $4,500 in today's dollars. At age 50, 56% of salary savings. Delay saving and you will pay for it. There's one thing that this video teaches you. It's this simple principle. Make a plan. Start building out your passive income savings plan today. It's the essential ingredient for financial success. I've seen it over and over again. One of the objectives of a passive income stream is it's got to be predictable. It's got to be consistent. And so you can't plan on an inheritance. You've got to plan and control the things you can control. This is something we do for our clients. You look at a current plan, likelihood of outcome is almost near single digits. But with proper planning, implementing a savings plan, building out the various passive income streams, confidence ratings go up significantly. My name is Josh. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for future videos where we cover a variety of topics from debt management, retirement planning, Social Security analysis, and more. Again, thank you for watching.